What's going on, folks? This is Steve Tucker. We are here today with Race Day Live for the famous road course, Road America from Wisconsin. Man, oh man, this is one of my absolute favorite road courses. A lot of the Europeans and the South American tracks take a lot of love from the road course world, but man, this one right here is a special place in the Americas. Always fun here in the hills of Wisconsin. Right now, we're going to be live for the Sim Racing Unleashed Xfinity Series. Long race today, 50 laps. One stage at lap 20, but there's no caution for it now. So 50 straight laps, going to be a lot of fun. And right now, we're going to go down trackside to get into qualifying. Right now, we are not messing around, getting right down into it. Qualifying only 5 minutes, so right now, these drivers have to come down and get a good qualifying lap. This will be really important to get down into this. Right now, Canada corner for Larry Blair. Tough corner right here. We're going to walk through this track right here. Big track, over 3 miles long. Going to be a lot of fun right now. Mark Koshik on track as well. Merrick Watchorn right now to the front of the top of the board. Oh my word. And there he goes. All right. That's it right there. Qualifying over. Actually, only 2 drivers able to get their qualifying lap. Unfortunately, 5-minute qualifying. This track is big. Laps are about 2.5 minutes, maybe 2 minutes and 10 minutes, or 2 minutes and 10 seconds, excuse me. Wowee. So only Merrick Watchorn getting his qualifying lap, so he gets the pole today, just like that. Zach Deuscher, David Cassidy. Tell you what, we're going to get right down to it. Gridding on the field right now. This track, man, is a lot of fun. But 50 laps, 5-minute qualifying is over, so right now Merrick Watchorn going to come down, and he will be your pole sitter. He has started 4 races and has won all 4 races, so tell you what does he have for these guys today? A lot going on. A lot to expect here for sure. So, we'll drive through all the drivers here right now. But Merrick out of Leesburg, Virginia, looking very solid today, again, in that front spot. B2, Mark Koshik right here in that 33, looking solid. Very good starting spot. I mean, obviously was only the the second one to complete a lap, but he is right there. Good job for him. Mark Whitley on the outside row right there, starting in 3rd spot. Harpoon Designs machine looking solid today. Jerry West going to be starting off in that 4th spot. Not currently on the grid just yet, but he will be soon. Jason Adams rolling off 5th place, looking very good. Bringing back that Exalta machine, that rainbow-looking scheme. Love that right there. Robbie Darnell starting in P6. Again, not on track yet, but will be shortly. Zach Deuscher looking very good lately in the number 7 Aerokinetics machine. Watch for him to have a pretty good race today for sure. David Cassidy rolling off 8th place in that rust-colored number 17, looking good today. Greg Wood rolling off 9th. Don't forget about him, that Rap Surgeon number 67 looking solid. Larry Blair in that 73, man, I love this paint scheme. Old school Superman AC Delco looking car. Always a good vibe right there. Terry Duguay in that number 14, rolling off 10th. Dustin German, 11th place right there. And then rolling up the field, Robbie Darnell, Kyle Heath, and then Chris Campbell. Looks like they did not qualify, but also don't see them on the grid yet, so we'll see what their deal is in just a second. But that right there, folks, is your field. And Merrick Watchorn going to lead this field off. "50 laps around this huge road course." Tell you what, right now they're going to come down. This turn 1 and turn 2 is not too tricky, but once you get down into turn 5, after this middle straightaway, that's the tough part. So we're going to find out real quick what kind of competition we have today. This will be huge. Come down this straightaway, then this sharp left-hand turn. We'll definitely ride on board a lot of cars today, so we can show you folks how it works. But a lot going on. One thing we'll also implement today too, in the top right of your screen, right about now. There it is, like that, like magic. So this is the track map. What we'll do is the leader will always be in green, or I guess I should say whoever we're focused on will be in green. So right now it's that Merrick Watchhorn, number 91. Your favorite driver's number, watch out for them, because the number on the little circle there is your car's positioning. Anybody in red, like we just saw right there, for Jason Adams, if they ever go off track or spin out or go into the grass, you'll see that little bubble turn red. So that's an indicator that they're having some problems, and we'll typically go right to them and see if we can figure out what actually goes on the track and talk about their story right there. But a little nifty segment right there for us. Either way, the Merrick Watchhorn, this is going to be tough. I mean, can he go 5 wins? 5 appearances and 5 wins. He's trying to sneak his way into the playoffs. And right now, he is getting there. Mark Whitley, though, don't forget about him. We've seen him twice already this season, and he as well has won every race that he has started. So this is kind of a battle between Whitley and Watchhorn, in my opinion. So we'll see how these guys tangle together. Going to be a lot of fun on this big 3+ mile road course. We also can't forget about this corner right here, the kink. This is one of the hardest corners on the track. The right-hand corner, high speed, but you can't mess it up, or else you're going to be in this grass right here. Very tough. But right now, pace car lights are off. We're going back green. About to have a good time today in the hills of Wisconsin. Canada corner coming up. Here's the entry. This is going to be a big time corner right here. The signature corner on this course. I expect that to be a showcase right there. And then coming up these hills down to the final stretch. Merrick Watchhorn, he's going to lead us off. Mark Koshik, we don't normally see him up front in qualifying, so we'll see how he does here. But man, going to be a great time. Mark Whitley, Merrick Watchhorn in the catbird seat because they're on the inside. First corner is a right-hand turn. That Porsche pace car going to turn off to the right there, down pit road. And we are about to go green. Green flag in the hands of the starter right here. They're going to crest that hill. That green flag is going to wave. And we're off the Road America 202 for the Sim Racing Unleashed Xfinity Series. We're green. And that right there, folks, is one lap around. Didn't expect to bring the noise so soon on lap one, but looking good. Man, I'll tell you what, this place is just so scenic. It's just such a great looking track. And on the restarts here, a lot of cars, a lot of left corners, right corners, a lot going on, but nothing more exciting than a restart here at Road America. I'd love to give that to you without my squeaky voice. Looking really good though. Mark Whitley though, we saw him pull out in front of Merrick Watchorn there. Looking very, very good. Down into turn 5 right here. This is the place where he made the pass. I mean, you can see it right here. Just down deep onto that rumble strip. And then that nice arc into the left-hand corner. Merrick Watchorn doing the same thing, looking really good too, but it is quite the art to get around this place and do it quickly. Looking very solid. Quick update on a few drivers. Robbie Darnell, Kyle Heath, and Chris Campbell. We mentioned them, who didn't make the grid. They're actually out of the race, so they didn't actually start the race. Just an update for that. Terry Duguay, a couple passes right here. Oh man, Larry. Oh, Larry Blair, Jerry West. Man, we're fighting right here. Hold on now. This is for 7th, 8th, and 9th. Awesome job right here. We have a long race, folks, again, so stay tuned. We're going to be just in this. Man, big damage already for Jerry West on the back end. Unfortunate. Big pack, though, right now. Working together. Oh, man, Terry Duguay, what happened? Woo! Uh-oh. Looking all kinds of beat up. Oh, good Lord. Well, there goes that for Terry Duguay. Unfortunately, the front end all beat up at a previous incident. We'll go back and take a look and see if we can find out what happened for Terry. Man, oh man, just all kinds of rough right there for him. Let's go back. Here he comes. Coming down, looks like turn 5 right here. This is tough. Misses the braking zone already. You can tell it just spins around. Yeah, tough break right there. Not really sure what the damage came from, but either way, tough break for Terry. Again, if you're just joining us, folks, watch out for that top right map. If your favorite drivers in this race, their number right here. Oh, Greg Wood. Man, turn 1. Big issue right here. Watch out right there for Dustin German, David Cassidy, but takes a spin. No damage in turn 1, so good job for him, but a long race to go. Again, no caution flag, so this is a straight 50-lap green flag run. But just like that, watch out for that top right map. If you have your favorite driver, watch out for their car number. If it turns red, that's an ouchie. That means they're off the track and spinning out. We'll go right to it if we see it. Right here, the Mark Whitley just putting on a clinic. Next time by, we'll ride on board with him and we'll show you a good lap around this track. So far looking solid as usual. Merrick Watchorn though in P2. He's got something for him. Tires will definitely come into play here, so we'll see how that ends up. Merrick looking very good though as well. Holding pace with them. Zach Deuscher in P3, 4 seconds back, but he's still in that striking zone. This race is so young and so early. A lot can happen here for these guys. Terry Duguay still out on the pit road. They have the fast repairs here today for the race, so not sure why so long right there in pit road, but unfortunately the road course, it can bite you sometimes. That 67 Greg Wood off the track again. Oh man. Can't even see him actually. He is off the track. Not good. Can we go back and take a look? Let's see it. Here it is. Oh, the kink right here. Just overdrives it way too hard. Jason Adams. He's been having some issues. Jason, look, take a look on board. Oh, no. Man, oh man, tough right there. Terry Duguay, there it is. Uses the fast repair. They have 2 of them today in this race, so that's good news for them. Going to take it easy here. Jason Adams. What happened to Jason? Yeah, really tough break. Just in the braking zone of Canada Corner. Engine blows. These cars are just so hard to drive, especially at this place. It can happen for sure. But right now, this is the battle. Terry Duguay 1 lap down. Jason Adams in the pit road as well. This race will definitely settle down here in just a second. A couple updates on these drivers. Larry Blair holding on to it pretty strong in P8. Take a look at this paint scheme right here. This thing is looking sharp today. Woo! That 73 AC Delco machine. Look at this. Superman on the hood. Love that. Just a solid looking paint scheme right there, man. Bringing me back to my to the mid 2000s, I believe this was. I think it's an old school Dale Jr. paint scheme, I believe, but looking very, very good right there. Taking it easy around these corners. Tell you what, it's not an easy day to get around this place. But looking good there. Greg Wood being shown on track, but we don't see him actually. Can't actually visit his car, so not sure why, but having some issues on his own. But Terry Duguay right here also back on track. Again, he had a pretty big incident. Right now, 1 lap down, but as a new looking car, looking pretty good. David Cassidy, pretty slow right here on the uphill segment. Looking at his car, looks pretty good. Don't see any damage right now, just taking it easy. That's really the case. I mean, right now, this is a matter of attrition. A lot of these drivers, road courses aren't their first trade or their first skill set, so they're trying what they can to learn as they go. And David's doing a good job right now. A top 6, keeping the car clean. I'll tell you what, if he keeps this car clean, it's gonna be an easy top 5 for him. Easy points day right there. Solid job, Dustin German. And that SRTV network looking good today, man. Look at this matte black and gray. Looking deadly today. Love that paint scheme. But man, he's right now in P5. He's looking pretty good. Trying to track down Mark Koshik. This braking zone, though, he is just trying what he can. That actually does a great job right there. Makes the left-hand corner. And off he goes. He's going to catch Mark here pretty quick. Takes the outside. Really solid job right there for him. Back at the front, nothing's changed. Mark Whitley holding off Merrick Watchorn now by only a second, so this is still pretty close. Zach Deuscher now back by 7 seconds, so it was 4 seconds, now it's 7, so Zach definitely has to find some speed here, but overall still looking pretty sharp today as well. Overall, an awesome job. 24 car, Jason Adams back off the track again. Right in front of the leaders here shortly. Man, back into that sand trap. Watch out for it. Mark really going to catch up right here. Jason might get out of the way. We'll find out here pretty soon. Love the elevation changes here. You can really see it right here. They come up to the start-finish line and then go right back downhill. It's a great time around this place. It's also a great time to jump on board Mark Whitley. Here he is. Comes down into turn 1. Turn 2 now, excuse me. Right-hand corner. Little loosey-goosey right there. Now down this middle straightaway. Pretty fast, but right here after this tunnel, you're going to start thinking about braking zone for turn 5. And you can see it. Bit of a shallow entry, has a good exit right here. Up the hill, blind left-hand corner right here. You can't really see it. You gotta brake earlier than you think you do. Left-hand corner, take the apex. Nice job right there. And then right here into Hurry Downs. A great segment of this racetrack. Nice right-hander. A short little straight right here to a hard 90-degree left. Takes a great apex. Love to see that. And then now for the carousel. Super long right-hander. Almost a complete circle, as you can see in that upper right corner. Nice and slow and gradual. Then hard on the gas right here. Into the kink. Might see a downshift. Decides to keep it in fourth right there. Hold on to that bumper. And then down to Canada corner. Long braking zone here as well, similar to turn 4, but right now going to turn to the right. Nice gradual corner. Use that black asphalt. There he goes. Short little blind left right here, and right now to the final corner. Awkward corner. You want to start left and then take a nice wide arc. And there it is, one lap around Road America. Comes up this hill, you can see the elevation right here. Gets to that start-finish line, and then down to turn 1. A great circuit, really fun to drive, and just a lot of good times here. Terry Duguay, we just saw him having some issues. Take a look back at what we just missed here for Terry Duguay. Turn 5, troubles would appear. Oh, hold on now, turn 6. Little spin-a-rooney. Keeps it going. Hey, no harm, no foul. Good job by him. Holding on to those fenders. Tell you what, that's what matters a lot right here. Mark Whitley, though, up front. Merrick Watchorn finding some time. Look at him. Coming down to that turn 5 right here. Only 0.7 of a second back now, so he's found something here. We'll watch this battle as it unfolds. Great angle of the kink right here. You can see those tires. Oh, Merrick onto the grass. Doesn't lose a lot of time right there, but you don't want to see that. He's trying too hard, I think, to try and catch him. Now about 1.5 seconds back. He lost all that time he gained on him. I think at this point, just keep it going. Catch him gradually. This race is so long. We're only on lap 7. Now, lap 20 will be the stage end, so as they sit for the top 10, that'll be the points awarded, but we will not throw a caution for that. So keep that in mind. It's 50 straight laps. There are no cautions planned. So what you see is what you get. Robbie Darnell actually being shown on the pit road, so looks like he's going to be starting late right here. Not sure what I guess he's doing, but we'll follow up on him in just a second. Terry Duguay, again, on track as well still, but one lap down. The same with Jason Adams. We might actually see a Jason Adams appearance later in the stream. He pre-warned me if his race doesn't go as planned, we might see a Jason Adams in the booth. So pretty cool to see. Hopefully he has a good race, but uh-oh. As we say that, comes down into the pits. This might be our cue. We'll find out real quick, but either way, Jerry West right now as well has some rear damage. We saw that. But overall, car looks pretty decent. We'll try and get a closer view. Yeah, there it is. I mean, some pretty rough damage. That might actually been from Terry Duguay. We didn't see the actual contact, but we saw Terry Dugay's front end all beat up. So that could very well be the issue, but Right now, Jerry West holding on to his own. Right now in turn 1 in P7, so far a pretty good job right here for him. Cassidy again holding on to his own. Mark Koshik actually is shocking me in a bit. We know he's a good driver, but man, started off in P2, was one of the only drivers who was able to qualify because of the short qualifying session. And right now, doing pretty good, holding on to P5. The top 5 is great right here in this typical race. And man, Mark Koshik, 44 seconds back, however. But hey, this is what it comes down to, right? Just don't minimize the mistakes. That's my keys to success here. Minimize the mistakes, hold on to the fenders, and just, slow, worst case, right? Slow is the way to go. But a good job nonetheless. Merrick Watt showing P1 and 2, but we cannot forget about Zach Deutscher. We've talked about him many times already today, but 12 seconds back. He's kind of in that area of he's not necessarily out of the race yet, because again, tires. He could be holding on to tires, could be doing all kinds of stuff. This race is a long, long ways away from being over. He just crossed the finish line. Let's take a look on board, find out how he's doing here. Let's ride on board Zach Deutscher. How does he get around this track? Takes that nice wide angle right there. Ooh, get a little loose. Hold on to it. And turn 1, late entry right here. Takes the right-hand corner, turn 2, looking solid right here. Awesome, awesome job. Downhill segment down to turn 5. You can see on the track map too, there's nobody around him except those 2 leaders, but he can catch them. Hard braking zone. Man, looking pretty good. Takes a great apex right here in that turn 5 segment. Looking very strong. Down here in Hurry Downs, they call it. Very cool section right here. Great job. And Speedville right into this carousel. Takes a good line here. You don't want to get out too wide. And he's nailing that placement. Ideally, you want to hit that curve. Doesn't quite hit it, but man, looking really strong right now. Here comes the kink. Takes it beautifully. A little wide. Does a great job right there. All the way down to Canada corner. Awesome job right there for that number 7, Zach Deutscher. A little off track right there, but not too bad. Zach Deutscher putting on the show right there in P3. While we're on board with Zach, we had some stuff go down. Let's go back and take a look at Robbie Darnell and Jerry West. Looks like they both crashed. So here's Robbie Darnell. He's actually came into the race late. Started late right here and... oh no. Oh man. Huge contact right there. Jerry West, unfortunately, an innocent bystander right there, just... man, oh man. Hate to see that. Robbie Darnell just absolutely blew the braking zone. Man, you hate to see a driver come from 10 laps down and starting the race wicked late and just creaming the back end of a car in the lead lap. That's just not a good time right there, but hey, Road America takes another victim. Road course racing in any car is always, it can be exciting. Mark Koshik actually down pit road right now. What do we have here? Car looks pretty good. Don't see any damage on it, so comes down maybe a super shortcut or undercut, excuse me. Try to get that fuel and maybe new tires early on, but We'll take a look and see what he decides to do. Not sure if this is scheduled or not, but yeah, gets the tire. So looks like that is the case. Jerry West as well coming down pit road. He's going to want to definitely fix that back end damage. That car is not going to want to drive too well the remainder of this race. Robbie Darnell as well comes back down, so here we go. Going to fix that car. Mark Koshik back off pit road, so he's done with his scheduled service. Jerry West taking those 4 tires, it would appear. Takes that fast repair. Off he goes. After the contact, Robbie Darnell, what does he decide to do here? He's got some major front end damage. Doesn't really appear like he does, but he definitely does. You can see those fenders pop right back in, so that right there will be a fast repair consumed for him. Jerry West right up front, so we'll see how that plays out these next couple of laps. Right now, though, Mark Whitley still up front as usual. Has led every lap so far. Merrick Watchorn, though, again, your pole sitter, but he has gained some time back. Right now, a second behind, so he was about 1.5 seconds back. Had to gain some time back just based on getting loose right there in the kink, but making a good recovery. He's finding that time. These guys are close right here. And Zach Deutscher, he is still 14, almost 15 seconds back, but plenty of time to catch up on lap 11. Well, right now, folks, it's a great time to go and thank our sponsors real quick. We'll come right back. Alrighty, love Admin Box and HarpoonDesign.com. Tell you what, go and check them out. Admin Box does a great job. You can use those for race control and all kinds of things in your sim, in iRacing. Very, very efficient tool. Love to see those. And then Harpoon Design, I mean, look at this paint scheme right here. How can you deny how good this car looks? Tell you what, Christmas is right around the corner. Get your buddy, get your girlfriend, get your boyfriend, anybody, get your friends, whoever it is, family member, get them a Harpoon Design paint scheme. Tell you what, not a bad idea right there. Mark Whitley looking pretty good today in that lime green. Leading this race, Merrick Watchorn, though, as well at Twiggy Automation 91, looking very solid. 1.1 seconds back of Mark Whitley. He's got something for him. He just can't quite figure it out just yet. I'm thinking he will, though. Zach Deutscher in P3. Tell you what, watch out for him. He's got something cooking, I've got a feeling. He's fast, but I think he's also maybe holding on to the tires a little bit. I'd like to think so. Robbie Darnell, big issues again. The last corner. Looks like he spins out. Comes back onto the track still, so looking pretty good. Don't see any damage to that number 44, so a solid job right there. So Jerry West right here, he was in 6th place. Actually, Jerry, where are you, buddy? Oh, he's still on pit road, it would appear, so that's unfortunate, man. Jerry West still on pit road after the contact of Robbie Darnell. He was holding on to a top 6. Was looking pretty good, but sometimes that can happen. But man, right here, that 14 looking pretty solid still. He's learned a lot in these 10 laps. Car looking pretty solid still. Nothing really looking bad on it. Solid job for him. Very cool. This number 77. I'll tell you what, Merrick Watchorn, we're going to watch him for just a second. He is finding something here. Let's ride on board, see if we can find out what he's got going on, because he's figuring out this track more and more. And he's catching them. We'll do a full lap, folks, uninterrupted. Let's watch this. And there it is, folks. Uninterrupted lap with Merrick Watchorn around this huge 3-mile Road America. Looking very good right now. Again, trying to track down Mark Whitley, but he is getting there half a second back. But we saw him on that lap. He seems a bit slower on entry and exit of turn 5. Mark just a little bit better in those harder corners, especially in hard braking zones. Mark just seems to be a little bit better right there. But Merrick, he is finding his way around too. Zach Deuscher, third place right now, 17 seconds back. But again, looking strong, kind of in no man's land. You can look at that track map. You see him all by himself exiting turn 2. Closest battle right here. Again, for that lead. Merrick Watchorn and Mark Whitley, we're gonna watch them the entire time. Quick update on a few drivers. Terry Duguay, actually right now 2 laps down, looking strong though. P7, can't deny that. So looking very good. 44. Hold on now, Robbie Darnell off track. That last corner biting him again. And actually, just a second ago, might have actually wiped out once more. Let's take a look. Coming down, turn 5. Brakes a little late. Yeah, just sends it into that sand trap. Bring the suntan lotion because, man. Tell you what, when I go golfing, I do the same thing, man. Aim right for that sand trap. It's like a laser beam. But that 44 looking pretty good though. Had some issues earlier with Jerry West. But right now, man, in turn 5, let's see if he can do a better job here. Still late into the corner. Yeah, I just can't quite figure out that braking zone. He'll get it eventually. Long way to go. Here we go, though. Mark Whitley, Merrick Watchorn coming down pit road together. This is huge right here. Early, only lap 14. So, man, this is definitely scheduled. They're going to come down together, obviously. So what did these two, what do they do? These tires, typically in the next-gen cars, you don't take tires necessarily on road courses because the tires just don't wear out. But right now in these Xfinity cars, what do they do? I feel like a couple of these guys, who takes 2 tires, 4 tires, full of fuel, obviously. Will we see only 2 tires right here? So far, we're seeing all 4. So, Merrick Watchorn, your pole sitter, and Mark Whitley taking the 4 tires. Merrick Watchorn, off he goes. Zach Deutscher comes down as well. So, seemingly we'll do the same thing. So, scheduled pit stops have been underway. And we're looking pretty good right now. Zach going to also do those 4 tires full of fuel. Off he goes. Strong job for him. Mark Whitley, though, leads off Merrick Watchorn 3 seconds back. So, Merrick not having the last couple laps he wanted. Mark really showcasing how to get on and off pit road effectively. Looking very good. All the while, Terry Duguay actually came off track. Let's go back and take a look at what happened with him. Looks like this is coming down the front stretch. Turn 1 is the case. Just spins around. So easy to do right there in that braking zone. Merrick Watchorn 3.5 seconds back now. So we've got some work to do. Zach Deutscher 21 seconds back. No speeding penalties, no excessive pit exits. So good job by these guys. So no black flags should be happening. Mark Koshik, hey, look at him right now at top 4. Looking very strong right here. About 2 minutes behind. So a lot going on there for him, but hey, making it work right now in P4. David Cassidy, 5th place. Looking very good. Larry Blair coming down pit road. This is in 6th place, so this is scheduled as well. These drivers coming down 4 sets of tires, 4 tires, not 4 sets of tires. That'd be insane. And then full of fuel. And off they go. So good job right here. Terry Duguay as well. 2 laps down. Quick update on him. Jerry West is actually out of the race, unfortunately. So it looks like after that contact with Robbie Darnell, he just said, you know what? I'm done. And that's the case for him. Jason Adams still on track right now, coming out of turn 6. But right now, 6 laps down, so we'll see how he decides to do here. Pretty slow, though. I'm not going to lie. Right now in the hurry down section, just kind of taking a Sunday cruise in the backwoods of Wisconsin. So holding on to it. Hey, this is easy points. Hold on to it. Long race. A lot of guys are going to get sick of it and quit the race or beat the car up too much. And hey, you know what? If you hold on to it, you may walk away with the top 5, maybe even a top 3. Never know. Dustin German, also out of the race. Haven't seen him having any issues. But Dustin German, oh man, Larry. Cassidy sneaks on by, has a, ooh, hold on, man. Got super loose right there out of the exit of the kink. He's good to go, though. That could have been rough. It's a really high-speed corner. You don't want to get involved right there with that. But, yeah, quick update. Yeah, Jerry West, Dustin German out of the race. Jason Adams, 6 laps down. Robbie Darnell, 6 laps down. So, Greg Wood actually out of the race as well. So, a lot of drivers out of the race, unfortunately. But, again, a long way to go. Not even halfway yet. 16 laps into this Road America 202. We're counting down the time right now. I believe Robert Darnell had one more issue. Take a look back. This last corner again. He is just not liking this one. Takes the bump and then just too much Again, another spinneroonie right there for that 44. Tough break for him right there. So back up front, Mark Whitley looking very strong. It says pit on the tower. You can ignore that. That's not the case right there. Merrick Watchorn, though, 10 seconds back. So what is Merrick doing here? Is he maybe holding on to the fuel or holding on to tires? This is interesting right here because he was 3 seconds back, but now 10. Uh-oh. Hold on now. What did we find? Oh, Merrick went off track here quite a bit. And then maybe again right here. Let's take a look back. Oh no, the kink. Yeah, not a lot right there. They won't kill your time necessarily, but that will definitely put a dent. So right now, Mark Whitley leading this race handedly. Jason Adams back off track, turn 5. Pretty slow right here. You can tell he is just not in it. He told me pre-race, he's like, Steve, I might be seeing you in the booth. And right now, we're getting closer and closer to having a Jason Adams appearance. You can just tell. 24 car off track. Where is he? We're watching him. Never mind. I'm faded. I saw that top right ticker or the map, and man, oh man. Terry Duguay comes back on pit road. Oh, we see some right side damage. Pretty big, actually. Take a sneak back and see if we can find out what happened to him. Pretty slow right here coming down. Oh. Just kind of went into the barrier there. Maybe some texting and driving, perhaps, but pretty slow on the track. Comes down pit road, has that one more fast repair, so probably expect to see that in just a second. Oh, little squirrely in that pit box. There it is, fast repair being used. Mark Whitley zooming on by. Looking very solid right now. So we'll do a quick update right now. Lap 18, so 2 laps away, keep in mind, from stage 1 completion. At the end of lap 20 will be the end of the stage, the one and only stage for the race. We're not going to throw the yellow for it, but it will count as the points for the top 10. So keep that in mind. Oh man, Cassidy off track, has some right side damage. Mark Koshik actually just passed him for position. So great job right there for Koshik to get into that top 4. Very good job there, David Cassidy. Having some issues. You can see some right side damage, but I don't think it's really that bad. Once he comes down for that pit road service, he'll use that fast repair and he'll be good to go. But Larry Blair, we saw him come down pit road recently and right now finds himself in P6. He is 1 lap down, but holding on to a strong finish right now. So a great job. Jason Adams, man. Oh, lordy. Uh-oh. That might be it. Jason Adams straight to the pit road. Use that toe. Tell you what, he is not a happy camper. I can promise you that. But Mark Whitley on lap 18, looking very strong right now. So a quick update on the drivers: Kyle Heath, Chris Campbell, Greg Wood, Dustin German right now, 11th through 14th, all out of the race right here. Jason Adams is on pit road currently. Having to tow that car and fix it up. But right now, so that bottom 4 out of the race. Jason Adams right now about 6 laps down. I believe he will go back down to 7 laps down here momentarily. So he will be that far down. Jerry West actually out of the race as well. So if Jason continues on his path here, he'll pass him in lap count. That's probably what Jason's doing. I mean, he knows, right, that a lot of guys are bowing out of the race or multiple laps down, so you never know what can happen. Robbie Darnell, we're watching him right now, currently in P8, 8 laps down. He's had some contact with other cars, Jerry West namely. This paint scheme, though, is pretty fire. I'm not going to lie. Gold to green to gold. This Hillsboro feed company looking pretty good today. I'm not going to lie right there. That 44 looking pretty sharp. He's making it work, though. It's not pretty, but I'll tell you what, to get around this place and kind of learn as you go, it's not a bad thing. 50 laps is a long time around this track. He's making it work. Larry Blair, or Terry Duguay, excuse me, next in line is, again, in P7. That right on board locksmith machine. Always looks good right there. Number 14 car, but in 7th place, Larry Blair, again right there in 6th. Mark Koshik started P2. Right now finds himself in 5th place, looking very good. David Cassidy in 4th place. Repassed Mark Koshik, actually, after some contact. Cassidy regaining that top 4 spot. Zach Deutscher maintains 3rd place, on track for a podium right now with 34 seconds behind, 35 seconds just about, the leader of Mark Whitley. But again, that car looking pretty sharp right now. And Merrick Watchorn, 2nd place, 14 seconds back. He lost a lot of time over the course of a few laps with multiple off tracks and near misses for the wall. So Merrick trying what he can here, but Mark Whitley, nobody can stop him right now at Road America. Crosses the line here momentarily, and we're 20 laps in. That's going to be the end for stage 1. Mark Whitley going to be our stage 1 winner. So a fantastic job for him. Merrick Watchorn 2nd, Deutscher 3rd, Cassidy 4th, and Koshik 5th. So a solid effort by these 5 drivers, really top 10 drivers, all get stage points. So a solid effort there for Mark Whitley. Right now, folks, we'll do our race day live non-stop. We'll go and thank our sponsors. You won't miss a thing. Come right back. Alrighty, folks, we're back again. Race Day Live, and we are watching the Road America 202 for the Sim Racing Unleashed Xfinity Series. And right now, Mark Whitley putting on a clinic in P1, 14 seconds ahead of P2. Merrick Watchorn doing a really good job right now in front of this field. A solid job. Hey, you know what? Once again, let's ride on board Mark Whitley. Let's see how a lap looks around here for good old Mark Whitley in the Harpoon Design Machine. And there he is, Mark Whitley on board a lap with that number 77 Harpoon Design Racing machine. Comes down to turn 1, looking very good right now. You saw how smooth he was getting around some drivers. Robbie Darnell, David Cassidy, putting him a lap down. Not easy to do, putting cars a lap down at a road course. And Mark Whitley making it look easy right now. So right now, on track, the top 3 are on the lead lap. Whitley, Watchorn, and Deutscher. David Cassidy just being put a lap down, but still in 4th place. Having a fantastic run here for him and his team. Mark Koshik, 5th place. Again, another solid run here for these boys. So a lot to be proud of, especially. Koshik looking very good. Larry Blair coming down this front stretch. Awesome job for him. Jason Adams still being shown as in the pits. So it would appear as though he's not necessarily done out of the race, but he is not participating. So we'll find out some more there with him. But Merrick Watchorn 2nd place, Zach Deutscher 3rd. In the 5 drivers right now out of the race. Robbie Darnell, he started off the race late, about 9 laps late, and right now is still on track. So again, looking pretty solid. We're almost halfway through this Grand Prix here. We are getting pretty close. Mark Whitley about to catch shortly the 44, the 33, and the 91. Oh, excuse me. That's the number 7 car. I am completely wrong. My apologies. He's actually quite a bit a ways away from that number 7. I'm sorry, the 14 of Terry Duguay. So Terry Duguay, in due time here, it would appear, will go a lap down. But yeah, right now, Mark Whitley holding on strong to that number 1 spot. Merrick Watchorn again, P2. He was as close to Mark as a second, even less than a half a second at the closest margin. But right now, he's just not really finding his way. He's lost a lot of time. 16 seconds back. So we'll find out here real quick what he has for him. Zach Deutscher, though, again, 37 seconds back. Tough break. If these guys had something for him, they would definitely, be inching closer and closer. But again, we're still halfway through the race. Not even halfway, actually. So a lot can still happen. And I'm actually getting word, you know what? We're going to get a Jason Adams experience. Sounds like he's done with the race, and we're going to bring him in here momentarily. And we'll give him a little shout out. The series lead admin for the Xfinity series. We'll bring him in here momentarily. Big shout out in the chat real quick. Love these guys showing up every single week, week in and week out, even for road courses. What do we got out here? Brantley. There he is. Harpoon Design. Trevor. Rooting for Zach. Looking good there. Joseph Mealy in the chat. Hold on now. Says he loves me. Hey, you know what? I love you too, man. Love the chat, guys. Thanks a lot for the support. Hey, we're like 414 subs in, so we are getting closer and closer to our goal of 500 before the year ends. I know we're going to hit it. It's just a matter of when. So big shout out to you guys for getting to that. All the likes, subscribes, all that kind of stuff actually helps us more than you think it does. So big shout out to all y'all. Man, Mark Whitley. Look out. He is catching Terry Duguay in a hurry. Whoa, hold on. We just heard an engine blow. Is that Jason Adams? Uh-oh. Who was that? All kinds of funky stuff going on right now. Terry DeGay down bad. Mark Whitley comes down off of turn 3. Gonna catch him awful quick. Mark Whitley gonna make short work here of Terry DeGay side by side down into the turn 5. Takes a nice angle right there. Man, that shimmer on that number 77, look at that. Tell you what, y'all better get yourself a Harpoon design paint. Looking that good. Merrick Watchorn though, hey, P2, 20 seconds back, so he has lost whatever he had in stage 1. Not sure again what happened really to him. You know, a couple off tracks, that happens, but doesn't really have the speed now anymore. So not sure if he's conserving or what's happening. But again, no yellows, no stage breaks. So nothing artificial per se to catch him up. So not good for sure. Zach Deutscher again in 3rd place too, kind of in that same boat, but all good for now at least. Hey, right now we're gonna bring in, here he is, Jason Adams. We've been talking about you all race long. We were actually taking bets on when you'd be coming up in the booth, and lap 24, yeah, it's about right. How you doing, man?
I'm good, sir. Thanks for having me up in the booth for this short period of time. How's everybody doing tonight?
Hey man, we're just cruising right now, looking pretty good. Long race, obviously. A lot of drivers out of the race or multiple laps down, so we're having a good old time. Robbie Darnell actually off track as we speak in turn 5, so gets back on track. We've had some, I guess, some drama, Jason, a little bit, kind of here and there, but also just some good racing when these guys are getting close to each other. So a good time so far.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Merritt was telling me a little bit ago. He said that when he took the pits, he said it feels like they put scuffs on, and he's really loose coming out than what he was on the first set of tires. He said the car is very unpredictable and not knowing what's going to do the next turn.
Yeah, it's crazy how much I've heard that, especially from Greg. Greg Wood actually mentioned that a few times in prior races, where he'll say, you know, he's fast 1 second, but then, you know, just a pit stop happens and then a new set of tires and the car just feels so different. I mean, the track does change a little bit, but yeah, Merrick has just fallen off here quite a bit. Right now, 21 seconds back of the lead, where he was about half a second back. So, I mean, he's definitely fallen off, and it's unfortunate that tires can you know, play that big of a role into it. It's yeah, it's pretty wild.
Yeah, absolutely. At the start of this thing, I thought we was going to have a race to the end because them two boys up front, Whitley and Merritt both, they were nose to tail for several laps. I was like, man, this ain't going to be no disappointment race. And then after that pit stop, things did not turn the way Merritt wanted them to turn. Yeah, that's for sure.
Yes, sir. Well, hey, talk to us about your race. I mean, like, how did the track feel on your end? Obviously, you know, it seemed like you're having some struggles of your own, but how'd the car feel? How does this car, I mean, like, talk to the fans, right? Like, how does the car feel, this Xfinity car, on this huge, you know, over 3 mile long track?
Honestly, I'm not a road American person. I've never been a road course driver, but for the Xfinity series cars, this track's not for these cars, really. If you really don't know my opinion about it, I struggle here. I was up there making some practice laps, started the race. Mainly, I was just out here having fun with the boys, and it's something that we do each and every Thursday night. And yeah, that's where I stand with this track. It's not one of my favorites. We got one of them love and hate relationships.
Always is, yeah. I mean, road courses in general, yeah, they can be a lot of fun, but at the same time, man, they can be a struggle too. It's a certain kind of driver who likes these places, and I mean, right now we're seeing Mark Whitley obviously on track, just putting on a clinic, and I mean, obviously just knows how to get around this place. It produces good racing when you have, you know, the kind of crowd that can actually make it good racing. And to your point, yeah, we thought we had that with Merrick Watchorn and him, but yeah, unfortunately, that's might be. I mean, granted, we are halfway, still a long way to go, but man, it's gotten away from him.
Well, Steve, I'm gonna tell you, to be honest with you, you don't know who's gonna win this race. Whitley could go up there and have a bad turn, spin out, have a bad pit stop, or anything can happen. You know, so it's far from being over. We're just a little over, just right at a little over halfway.
True, it's a good point. I mean, it's funny, right? Because I mean, yeah, one big mistake, and we've seen it. We've seen a lot of these guys making that big mistake, hitting the wall, right? I mean, one mistake for Whitley, he could go into the wall, you know, need that fast repair, take an unscheduled pit stop. But the good thing about, I guess, for him and even Merrick and Deutscher is that they're so far ahead. I mean, right now they are, you know, basically on the lead lap. Everyone else is a lap down. So if you have that one mistake or that one, you know, unscheduled pit stop, you kind of have the time to have that wiggle room. You don't want to use it, but definitely might play into their, you know, they've got a bit more of a leniency to have a mistake now than maybe they did earlier in the race. So, to your point, 25 laps to go here for Road America. A long, long way to go.
Yeah, Merritt's trying to race into the playoffs. If he finishes second tonight with the drivers not showing up, I think he's going to be locked into the top 12 to move on to start the chase next week at Dover Motor Speedway. So
yes, sir. Well, hey, talk to us.
Fun to watch.
Talk to us about the playoffs. I mean, you know, just like the fans and everything. How does the playoffs work? What can the fans expect these drivers to do? What do you like? How's it going to work for it?
Well, we're going to take the top 12 drivers. The chase will start next week on the 16th at the Munster Mile. 150 laps to put down there. It's a lot of fun at that track. I really enjoy that track. A lot of the drivers do. So we'll take the top 12. We'll run 2 races, and we're going to take the top 4 drivers there at the end to end it at Homestead for the season. A lot of the drivers, they love the playoffs when we do them. It gives them more of an opportunity to have that win that they never got in the Xfinity Series with the playoffs.
Yes, sir. Looking pretty. I'll tell you what. Looking forward to that. Dover is a very, very fun place, and always a good time. Concrete Mile. I've never actually been there myself, but I've been to a lot of tracks up here in the Northeast. I'm from Boston, so Pocono and New Hampshire, but Dover is on the radar for sure. I think for next season, always a fun place there. But man, you're right. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So that final race. Are we talking championship, like championship 4? Like basically whoever wins is the champion?
Well, what we're going to do is the top 12 drivers will advance after tonight's race. We'll start over. We will add the bonus points in what they've accumulated over the season. So they'll all start with the same number, except for the bonus points. It will be added in, and then we'll do 2 races, and then the top 4 drivers will go into that race. Whoever the top 4 may be, will race it out. So we could have a battle there at the end against
Love
4
that.
drivers.
And tell the fans where that finale is.
It's going to be at the Homestead Miami Speedway.
Beautiful. Right where it should be.
And that's a track, you know, where the top line is the line to run.
Oh, for sure. It definitely. I mean, that car, especially this car, right? The Xfinity car. It just depends on where. I mean, obviously, you know, night race, day race. It could be like a nice sunset race. It changes so much depending on, you know, time of day and track temps. But you're right. Low line kind of works. High line's preferable. It's going to be a lot of fun to see who gets that championship in Miami.
Oh, definitely, for sure. The drivers are actually going to be surprised how I'm going to actually set that race up. It's going to be kind of different for everybody, so it'll be a surprise when that time comes around.
Love that, man. It's going to be a lot of good times. Mark Whitley, hold on. Comes down pit road. Take a look what happens here. He's down pit road. Looks like he's servicing his car. Okay, so nothing drastic and crazy going on, but 4 tires and fuel, off he goes. Scheduled pit stop, so looking pretty good. Merrick Watchorn actually takes over the lead right here, so looking good for Merrick Watchorn. Leads that lap, I believe. So might get that lap led, but Merrick Watchorn now going to be next to come down pit road, you would think. Unless, Jason, maybe he's been slow for a reason to save some fuel. How's the fuel situation look here tonight?
We're looking about, I think it was like 14, 15 laps, something like that.
Really? Okay, so sounds like fuel's definitely a concern for these guys. So Merrick's not going to be trying to pull a fast one here and save all the fuel he can to try and get to the end, but looking pretty sharp right now. Watchorn up front, Mark Whitley in P2, and Zach Deuscher in third place. Solid job right now. Robbie Darnell. Not sure if you saw that little incident. Robbie Darnell comes out 9 laps into the race and loses the back end of the braking zone in turn 5 and plows into the back of Jerry West. That was some content right there for sure, but tough track.
Well, Steve, I'd like to say thanks for all the viewers that tune in each and every Thursday night. You watch the Xfinity series here at SRU. If you guys would check us out on Facebook as Sim Racing Unleashed. We'd love to have you join our series. We are recruiting at this time, so if anybody's interested, feel free to send us a message. Looks like you got Merritt pitting right now, Steve.
Yes, sir, we do. Scheduled pit stops. Thanks a lot, Jason. Appreciate you stopping by. But man, yeah, I'll tell you what. Sign up for this race or this league, guys. I'll tell you what. This is just a lot of fun. I mean, all season long, it's been just a hell of a time to broadcast, to showcase, and it's not getting boring. I'll tell you that. So, right now, road course racing, but next week at Dover, it's gonna heat right back up. So, always a good time here in SRU.
Yes, sir, absolutely. Well, guys, have a good night. Thanks for having me up in the broadcast booth, and guys, have a good night. We'll catch you later.
Hey, yes, sir, man. We'll catch you next time, dude. Alrighty, Jason Adams right there, league admin for the Sim Racing Unleashed Xfinity Racing. This 91 here, again, standard pit road. Comes down, 4 tires and fuel, nothing crazy here. Looking good, though. Mark Whitley resumes the lead. Merrick Watchorn, though, 26, almost 27 seconds back. So obviously led a couple laps there, so extra point there for him, but right here, Mark just takes on over. Zach Deuscher, though, haven't seen him come down pit road just yet for that fuel, so interesting call there. But Jason Adams with that nugget, so fuel can go about 14 or 15 laps. So these guys still have to pit one more time, so we'll see exactly how they decide to work that out when it comes to strategy. Robbie Darnell way off track again. That last corner, man, all race along, that has been just a tough one for him. But he gets it going. Well, hey, right now, 22 laps to go. Let's go and thank our channel sponsors real fast. We'll come right back. Well, here he is, Mark Whitley, trying to make the move here around Larry Blair for that, well, still first place, but putting him another lap down, and there he goes. Larry Blair now finds himself 2 laps down. Looking very, very good right now. So Zach Deutscher, yeah, coming around that front stretch, that line, looking very good. Let's ride on board with him. Let's take one lap around with Zach Deutscher here. Oh no, big moment here for Zach Deutscher. Gets into the wall. Gets loose on a turn 6. Man, oh man. We'll continue to ride on board to watch his recovery, but tough break there for Zach Deutscher. And there he is, Zach Deutscher coming down pit road right here. We didn't see him come down earlier with the other 2 leaders, but this is the time to do it. Has to fix that damage. Hitting the wall, unfortunately. Maybe the commentator's curse right there for us. It's our fault. We apologize, but man. Not a lot of damage though. Don't see much damage on the left end where he hit the wall, so he might be okay here, but definitely still needs that fuel and tires. So we'll watch him as he goes, but David Cassidy going to pass him right here momentarily. Not in 4th position though, because David Cassidy still 1 lap down, but Cassidy looking pretty strong here as well. Again, P4, only 1 lap down. Hasn't really had that big mistake or error. And you can see it. I mean, he's just driving his race, not necessarily worrying about everybody else. He gets around here pretty cleanly. We'll ride on board with him momentarily, a couple laps from now, and we'll see how he's handling this long road course of Road America. So far, looking pretty strong here for David Cassidy. So 6 drivers are out of the race right now. Robbie Darnell still the last car actively on the track, so in that P8 spot. Had some situations while we were watching Zach Deutscher. A couple drivers went off track, so let's go back and take a look at some incidents while we were away. Yeah, Robbie Darnell right here having an issue in turn 5. Gets spun around right there, but overall not too bad. David Cassidy gets off track as well. Right here. Man, oh man, yeah, that turn 2. Not too bad though. Good recovery. Robbie Darnell once more, it would appear. Oh, that last corner, yeah, just off he goes. Just can't find that braking zone. Tough. We saw Zach Deutscher go off track. We were on board, but we'll watch. Yeah, we'll watch it again. Just some front end damage right there. Not a whole lot, but definitely enough to use that fast repair and keep it going. So Terry Duguay shortly after gets involved here to turn 2, I believe this is. Little spinneroonie. Larry Blair entering the Canada corner into that sand trap. Larry Blair again just a moment ago. Spins right there, man. And then, uh-oh. Mark Whitley. Little bit too much right there in hurry downs, but not a lot. Tell you what, if that's the worst of his wrecks today, that's a win. Not too bad right there for him. And then we're seeing right now, Robbie Darnell crashed a moment ago. Right behind Mark Whitley, the leader. Darnell trying to follow in his footsteps, but just goes way too hard into it. Slows way down. And right now we are all caught up right there with wrecks or incidents. Mark Whitley crossing that line. The 44, we're seeing him. That last corner yet again. I feel like a broken record, man. That last corner is just not happy for him. Robbie Darnell. Oh, Darnell, man, hold on to it. Not sure if he punted Koshik too, but that was tough right there. Terry Duguay also off the track here. Man, oh man. Right here, this is Canada corner. Oh, he just stopped it. He just said, you know what? That might be it. Let's go back and take a look at that one. That one might have been some serious contact. We'll take a look. Coming down into Canada corner here. Pretty hard. Uh-oh. Ooh, slams the brakes really hard. Off he goes. Engine is gone. And that'll be it for him. That number 14, I believe that was his last fast repair as well. So I don't think he's got any more left. That's unfortunate for Terry. Cassidy off track again, that last corner. We talked about it pre-race. That last corner is pretty unique because the entry into that corner, it's very just deceiving. When your braking is, it's like semi-blind right-handed corner. It's not the easiest, that's for sure. Mark Koshik again off track. Man, oh man. Robbie Darnell right behind him. Take a look real fast. Might have overcooked it here coming down hurry downs. This left-hand corner. Yeah, just too hard on the brakes. Spins it around. Not too bad, though. Recoverable. With 17 laps to go here for the Road America 202. We are winding this thing down. Halfway point came and went. Stage 1 came and went. Mark Whitley was your Stage 1 winner. Hold on there. Got a little loose out of turn 1. Keeps it going there. Looking very strong right now in the number 77 Art Poon Design Racing Team Chevy. Merrick Watchorn 26 seconds back. So right now hasn't really lost any time or lost any more time, but hasn't exactly gained it either. So kind of in that no man's land for Merrick Watchorn. 26 seconds back. Zach Deuscher, again, very, very clean race, minus that one little incident a moment ago, but a minute 38 behind the leader, so he's getting closer to getting one lap down. Mark Whitley is catching him a little bit, so he might be going a lap down here before the end of the race, but still a great effort here for Zach Deuscher, finishing top 3 if this race were to end now. So David Cassidy, 4th place, only one lap down, so looking very strong, letting the 3rd place car go, very wise. David Cassidy looking pretty strong right now. And a 4th place here is not anything to be ashamed about. A very strong run right here for him. As David Cassidy comes around, hey, you know what? We've been doing a lot of onboard cameras for a lap. Let's do it again. David Cassidy, let's take a look on board. Let's go one lap here with David Cassidy. I'll tell you what, right there, a very solid lap by David Cassidy in the number 17 car. Looking very, very good. That's the reason why he's in P4 right now. Not a lot of mistakes in that lap. Kind of slow in some corners, but overall very good, very clean. What it takes to get a solid effort position here at this road course. Awesome job. 16 laps to go here for Road America. We are counting this down pretty quick. Again, Mark Whitley up front is your leader. Looking very strong, coming around that top of the hill at the start-finish line of this Road America. Counts down into turn 1. 15 laps away from the conclusion of this race. 50 laps, it's a long one. But we're getting down to it. While we were watching David Cassidy, some issues with Mark Koshik and Larry Blair. Let's take a look back. Yeah, Koshik gets around right there. And then Larry Blair especially right here. Last corner as well. We've seen that right there quite a bit. That last corner before the start-finish line hill. Robbie Darnell coming down pit road right here. Terry Duguay still on pit road, so doesn't look like he's going to finish this one out. Again, pretty beat up car. Has to stay on pit road to fix that damage. No more fast repairs, so that'll seemingly be it for Terry Duguay. Again, Robbie Darnell is still on track, so he might be passing Terry Duguay here momentarily for position. But Larry Blair, he is still making this work right now in P6. A very good job. Larry Blair, not going to lie, in my favorite paint scheme of the day. Oh, hold on. Mark Kostick right in front of him. Big spin out there in turn 5. Gets it back going. Let's take a look back at that. That was wild. Comes down to turn 5. Pretty shallow entry, but just way down. You can hear him revving the engine high. Early downshifts. That'll kick out that back end every single time. Nice little donut, but it keeps it going. That's 6th place right there. Keep that in mind as well. So, again, no harm, no foul. He is 2 laps down, but Larry Blair passing him actually for P5. So that was actually 4th position on the track. Mark Kostick will now have to go back and try and pass Larry Blair with 14 laps to go. So we'll see if he can do that. Larry Blair having some pretty loosey-goosey conditions there in that number 73, but holding on to it. I was just about to say, man, this paint scheme is my favorite today so far. AC Delco, Superman machine. Man, just brings back, like I said earlier, just multiple memories of like mid-2000s paint schemes. Bunch of AC Delco, and back when it was called the Bush Series, I believe. So a lot of good memories there. So looking solid for him. Cassidy just rode on board with him a second ago in P4. He's 1 lap down. Larry Blair actually coming down pit road here. So interesting call. This will actually give the position, excuse me, back to Mark Kostick. As you can see him passing right there. So scheduled pit stops again. This is 14 to go, so we definitely expect the leaders to come down as well at some point. Right now they might not do that just yet, but that will be in their future. Mark Whitley, though, you could expect for him to come down here. Probably not yet. But 14 laps to go. I wonder if he even takes tires. I'll tell you what. That'll be the question. If you're someone like Merrick Watchorn, I mean, 14 laps to go, I think you're kind of forced to it. Are you not? I mean, I think you have to just take the splash of fuel to end, to get to the end of the race, and then just not take tires and see if you can catch Mark. That's the tough call, I think, for these guys. Zach Deuscher, unfortunately, again, 1 minute, 37 seconds back, so he's going to be under fire here shortly by Mark Whitley, but probably not too soon. I think Zach's going to be okay to finish this race in the lead lap, but they're getting close for sure. Looking very strong, though, today. Cassidy in P4 as well. Mark Kostick P5. Larry Blair 6th place. Larry Blair just pit, so keep that in mind. Kostick has to pit once more, so Larry Blair might get the benefit of that top 5. We'll see how he does here momentarily. At the end of the race, we will obviously talk to our top 3, so stick around for that as well with 13 laps to go. We are winding this thing down. Looking pretty good as well. So Mark Whitley leads us off. And again, folks, as we have the time, big thanks to you for showing up today. Road course racing can't, it's not always the most exciting racing form of racing, especially for these Xfinity cars, but I'll tell you what, they can put on a show when they want to, and right now Mark Whitley is doing just that. So give me a shout out. Hey, who's your favorite driver? Who are you pulling for? Who's looking forward to next week? Who's your pick next week for Dover? Playoffs start next week right here on Race Day Live on Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I'll tell you what, Dover is a great, great track. And these cars are a lot of fun there, so let me know who your favorite is. Who's going to win this championship, man? But you heard it, though. James Jason, excuse me. He's going to kill me. Jason Adams. He said, hey, with this second place performance by Merrick Watchorn, and he did lead at least one lap, so he'll get that bonus point. Merrick Watchorn seemingly in this playoffs now. Came in kind of late to the season, made the cutoff, and made all the eligibility standpoint, so looking pretty good for him. If he can get into this playoffs, which it sounds like he will, I'll tell you what, he's looking pretty deadly as he comes down pit road right now. Merrick Watchorn, does he do what we thought he would do a second ago? Does he take the 2 tires or no tires and just take the fuel? I think it's kind of risky still. At this point, if you're Merrick Watchorn, I think you're waiting on or hoping for a big wreck or a big mistake out of Mark Whitley. But right now, that's not the case. 2 tires on the right sides. So 4 tires it is here for Merrick Watchorn. Gonna get it going, fuel and everything. That'll be it for him. Mark Whitley, again, still your leader. Not coming down pit road just yet. Oh, excuse me, we actually missed it. So as right before Merrick Watchorn, Mark Whitley came down pit road, so I apologize for that. So Mark Whitley has come down pit road, and he is good to go. So right now has that 30-second lead. Again, 12 laps to go. If you're Merrick Watchorn, again, the only thing you can hope for is that Mark makes a huge mistake and you can capitalize. But the way this race has gone, Whitley's looking too good right there. So a strong effort there for him. Zach Deutscher, 55 seconds back, has gained a bunch of time, but again, still has to pit. So that right there will definitely play a big role into this. Mark Koshik as well coming down pit road. He is down servicing his car. That number 33. And again, there's Larry Blair right there. He came in a little earlier, a few laps ago. And there he is making that lap, passing Mark Koshik. That was for position. So top 5 currently for Larry Blair. Mark Koshik in 6th place. Robbie Darnell is in 7th, but keep in mind, he is 10 laps down, so unable to really make that up. Oh, hold on, turn 5. And David Cassidy as well. A little 2-for-1 deal right here. Gets it back going. Good recovery right there for both of them. So solid job. Mark Whitley again is your leader right now, folks. With 11 laps to go, we're going to go race day nonstop. We'll go and thank our sponsors, but you will not miss 1 inch of this race. Be right back. All right, we are back, folks, from Race Day Live. This is the Road America 202, and right now you're watching Zach Deutscher coming down pit road for his scheduled pit stop. That number 7 Aerokinetics machine looking good right there in P3. But man, right now we saw some interesting moves right there. We saw Merrick Watchorn get off track in turn 1, so Let's go back real fast and take a look at what actually happened. Oh man, just kind of overcooked it on the exit and just spins it around. Very easy to do, especially in turn 1. Such a hard braking zone. If you downshift too much too quick, especially higher RPMs, that back end will kick right out. So big move there for him. We'll go back live. Here we go. Mark Whitley again, still out in front. 10 laps remaining from a 50 lap race. Keep in mind too, I think we're seeing a lot of spin outs because this race started in the morning. So a lot of these guys, again, the track surface, the track temperature, it's getting warmer and warmer and hotter. So that's going to make these tires slick. It's going to make driving conditions a lot harder the more we go. And 10 laps to go here at Road America is still quite a bit of time. So watch out for these guys as they continue. Mark Koshik, man, just went off track there a little bit again in turn 5. That right side, man, look at his car. What happened there? Let's find out if we can. Ooh, the damage is still there on the right side, but just sends it in turn 1. That car is not happy. Let's see if we can figure out where that right side damage came from on Koshik. Uh-oh, could be here. Oh, not quite. We are unsure of where that came from, but we'll try and uncover that if we can. Again, 10 laps to go. Right now, a quick update on the drivers still in the race. Kyle Heath, Chris Campbell, Greg Wood Jr., Justin German, Jerry West, Jason Adams, Terry Duguay, all out of the race right now. Jason Adams and Terry Duguay are technically in the pits, but essentially they are done. So, out of the race. Robbie Darnell in P7. 10 laps down, joined the race late, but is still on track and still running laps. Hey, look at that. Last corner. Oh, spoke too soon. I was just about to say, man, he finally got through that last corner cleanly until he didn't. Loops it around. Gonna bring that number 44 down to pit road. Luckily, it's right there. Brings that car down. Gonna probably have to use that last fast repair if he has it. Believe he might, according to my notes here. So we'll see if he does in fact do that. But man, oh man, he is again in that P7. Everyone else though in the top 6, at least 2 laps down, minus the top 3. So a great job nonetheless by these guys holding on to their cars, holding on to the fenders when they can. It's a tough break right here for Robbie Darnell, but man, we'll see if he has that fast repair. Looks like he might. Left side tires, right side tires going to go on it. But that smoke not going away. We'll see if we can resume that. Merrick Watchorn right there passing by. So P2 going on by again. Oh, that might be it for him. Out of the race. So unfortunate right there for Robbie Darnell. Mark Whitley 9 laps away from winning this Road America 202. We're counting him down. And I'll tell you what, we are looking forward to Dover Motor Speedway next week. The Monster Mile. These drivers, I'll tell you what, they're going to put on a show for you. Their first round of the playoffs. Always a good time. So Merrick Watson in P2. 47 seconds back, so definitely has lost a lot of steam right here. Again, had that issue in turn 1, so that definitely killed his time. Zach Deuscher, 1 minute and 40 seconds back, so sort of in danger of going a lap down, but not quite. He's still quick enough to hold off Mark Whitley, but either way, right now, a solid top 3 podium here for him. So if the standings do finish the way they do, we'll talk to him momentarily in the broadcast booth. A little loose right there, but keeps it going. David Cassidy right now in P4 off into the sand trap. Having a good run right there. Tell you what, Canada Corner is tough. This last corner, though, is even tougher. Bit of a blind right-hand corner. But look at David getting around it beautifully, using up some of that real estate right there on the outside of the track. A good run there for him. Awesome job. Larry Blair in P5. Hey, don't ever count out Larry Blair, man. Number 73 had a great run last week. And right here, following it up with the top 5 position. Going to be hard for him to lose this top 5 spot. He can catch David Cassidy. They are on the same lap. But again, very, very far apart. Cassidy in that 17. So he's got a long way to go to catch him. Almost a full lap to catch Cassidy. So probably won't happen in 8 laps. But yeah, top 5 position for Larry Blair. Absolutely. It's a good day for him. Mark Koshik. Man, the right side of that car has seen better days, but right now, top 6 ride for him. Keep in mind, he qualified P2. Qualifying was so short, 5 minutes. That's tough to do on a track like this, so he was only one of 2 drivers who were able to qualify, and qualifying second place is still very good, so his best qualifying effort of the season. And right now making it work for a top 6, so a fair job right there for him. Everyone behind is out of the race. So Robbie Darnell, Terry Duguay, Jason Adams, Jerry West, Dustin German, Greg Wood, Chris Campbell, and Kyle Heath all out of the race right now. Unfortunately for them. The top 6 right now are on the lead lap. And there he is, Mark Whitley getting around turn 1. You heard the little chatter in the RPMs right there. He's downshifting aggressively, and he's making it work. So 46 seconds of a lead right there for Mark Whitley. Merrick Watchorn, though, we thought maybe we'd see some kind of duel that lasted about 20 laps. After the stage, it kind of went away, so interesting why it went away so much for Merrick Watchorn, but either way, a P2. Hold on now, coming down pit road right here. With 7 laps to go, what's this going to be for him? This appears to be unscheduled. Interesting decision here. Not sure what this is going to be for. He should be good to go on fuel and tires already, unless, this is my guess, he could be taking tires here and trying to go for that fastest lap of the race to get that extra point. That's my only real reasoning for what he's coming down pit road here for. Might try and steal that fastest lap from Mark Whitley, assuming Mark Whitley is the fastest lap. A good call here because he's not going to lose any time to Mark, obviously. He's not going to lose any time to Zach Deuscher, although Zach is, at this point, now just a straightaway behind him. He's crossing the line right now. Zach Deuscher, Merrick Watchorn is right out in front. So my only guess right here is that Merrick is going to try and go for the fastest lap of the race. We see a lot of this happen in F1, where they take, you know, those red Pirellis either late in the race, if they have no chance, just to get that extra point. And right now that could be the case here for Merrick Watchorn. So we'll watch him. We'll see what kind of laps he puts down here. Smart move, though, trying to get into the playoffs. He knows he's got second locked up. Can he get that fastest lap and get some more bonus points? So, smart move there for him. Mark Whitley, though, in P1, he is 6 laps away from being the winner of this race. Looking very good right now. Hey, the one person we haven't done haven't done yet for the onboard lap around is Larry Blair. Still in this race, he deserves one. Let's go right on board Larry Blair right here. Take a look at what he's looking through in his windshield. All right, folks, so there's the one lap around Road America here with the one and only Larry Blair. Looking pretty good right now. And the number 73. Very strong right there for him. Again, top 5 positioning, so a very solid run for him with 5 laps to go. Looking very, very good. Again, we talked about it earlier. This is an endurance race at the very least. 50 laps is a long time here in this car, and right now he's putting on a great show. But none other than Mark Whitley in the number 77. Very, very good race today. Pretty much mistake-free. We saw very minor mistakes, especially right there. Got off track a little bit multiple laps ago, but right now, very, very strong here for Mark Whitley. Comes through the kink right now and comes down to Canada Corner. About 4 laps away here from the end of this race. The Road America 202. Mark Whitley comes around Canada Corner. Looking great. Merrick Watchorn, though, into the grass in P2. Man, turn 2 did not treat him well right there. Gets it back going. He was straight the entire time, so not too bad. Looking sharp right now. Again, we'll go back and look real fast, but here it is. Yeah, just overcooks turn 2 quite a bit. Keeps it going though. And then a second ago, Mark Koshik went back off track. Not too bad. Survivable. And again, Merrick Watchorn, again, we believe, or I guess I believe, I think he's right now, he pitted 3 laps ago with new tires and fuel, so I think right now he's trying to go for that fastest lap of the race. That's why he's just super overdriving this thing. Could be the case. Watch out for mistakes, though, because Zach Deutscher's right there. He's really not too far behind. 18 seconds back. So if Merrick Watchorn makes a big mistake here, he could find himself in P3 real quick. Gotta be careful there. Zach Deutscher will pounce on him. Deutscher looking very... Ooh, hold on now. I was about to say silky smooth into turn Canada corner, but didn't quite get it right there. Nice job, though. Mark Whitley going to come across here. He's within striking distance from Zach Deutscher to put him down a lap. Zach Deutscher being in that third spot, but doesn't seem like that'll happen, but you just never, ever know. Mark Koshik, again, we saw him a second ago come off track, but right now just, at this point, just kind of just crawling his way to the end of this race. 4 laps to go. A top 6 for him. Not too bad, though. A solid effort, but man, that car has seen better days. Larry Blair, top 5. Very, very solid run for him. David Cassidy, I'll tell you what, Cassidy I feel like has had probably the cleanest race outside of the top 3. I mean, obviously he's P4 right now. I'm seeing some right side damage on his car. But for the most part, that car was kept clean the entirety of the race except just recently. So a very good job by him. Hasn't had to use that fast repair, has just been consistent. Not necessarily fast, but consistency does matter. And right now, that consistency is going to lead him to a top 4 spot. So a great job there for him. Right now, Larry Blair and Mark Koshik actually on the same lap. They're both 3 laps down. Koshik, in reality, could catch that 73 of Larry Blair, only about a couple corners behind. But again, that Ford of Mark Koshik is not looking too happy right now, so probably not going to catch Larry Blair. But again, hey, if Blair makes one mistake, that could go downhill pretty quick here for Darnell. So we'll see how that goes. But David Cassidy as well, 4th place. Merrick Watchorn looking pretty fast. Deutscher was kind of catching a little bit, but 18 seconds back, but now 23 seconds back, so Zach not quite catching him like he maybe thought he would, but ooh, Zach, hold on to it. Big moment there in turn 1. Keeps it going, though. That'll definitely open up that lead a bit more there for that P2 of Merrick Watchorn. Only 2 laps to go. Mark Whitley crosses the line there. Awesome job for him. We're going to watch here. Going to give you these beautiful angles of Road America as Mark Whitley continues down here. Coming down this middle straight right here, Mark Whitley going to be coming down to 1 lap to go here. About a half a lap away. Turn 5 right here, hard braking zone. Here comes Mark. Uses all of that curb. Nice sweeping corner right here. You can see him a little loose right there on exit. But comes up. A great corner right here, blind. Makes that great left-hand corner. Comes down into hurry downs. Speedville entering the carousel for Mark Whitley. This is always so much fun watching this segment. Comes down. Very good job. And then into the kink, one of the hardest parts of the racetrack. Dives into it, real fast corner. Exits fast as well. And then here he comes down Canada corner. I'll tell you what, Mark Whitley has done everything right today. Has been incredibly fast, didn't quite get the pole, but he just knows how to get around Road America, and right now he's going to take the white flag, sponsored by Sim Motion. And this is the final lap here from Road America, the Road America 202, Mark Whitley. One more time around this large 3-mile road course in the middle of Wisconsin. Mark Whitley has been in the series before, 2 other races, 2 big wins. And right now, Mark has found a way to get himself back into victory lane, half a lap away. And that Harpoon Design racing team looking as good as ever, that black and lime green. Slides her on down to turn 5. He's just showing off now. Takes the corner. Again, Merrick Watchorn, Zach Deuscher, nowhere in sight. They're going to finish second and third, barring catastrophe. But Mark Whitley, on the final lap, comes around here looking very good. Just minor mistakes here today. No big issues. No major off tracks. Just one small one there in that hurry down section in turn 8, I believe. Here he comes out of the carousel. Through the kink one more time. And there he is. Comes down to Canada corner. For the final time today at Road America. Nice sweeping right-hand corner, nails it perfectly. Couple more corners to go. I'll tell you what. Here at Race Day Live, we put him on the thumbnails today for the stream because we just knew Mark Whitley on a road course is something special. And here he is right here fulfilling that. Mark Whitley going to be your winner today for the Road America 202 for the Sim Racing Unleashed Xfinity Series. Great job here from Mark Whitley. 3rd win of the season. Merrick Watchorn, though, this is for P2. He took tires early. He wanted to try and get this fastest lap. Pitted about 5 laps ago. New tires. Trying to see if he can steal away that fastest lap. Couldn't quite do it. Merrick Watchorn going to finish in P2. Still quite a bit of ways away. There he is right now. Zach Deuscher not too far behind. Couple corners back. 3rd place for him is pretty solid. He's been in 3rd place the entirety of the race. Has some speed to find for sure, but man, oh man, he is very competitive here. Looks very good in a league of his own in that 3rd place. Never been contended by. Looking very strong. But Merrick Watchorn going to come across the stripe here. Last corner approaches. And there it is. P2 for Merrick Watchorn. Awesome job there for him. Zach Deuscher right now out of Canada corner. He is the next one to come through. After he crosses the line, that'll be it for the race. Everyone else is laps down. But here he is, Zach Deuscher, the last driver on the lead lap. Going to come across that stripe and finishing in P3. A solid top 3 here. Nice podium for Zach Deuscher. Awesome job there for him. Again, so Mark Whitley, your winner. Merrick Watchorn second. Zach Deuscher third. David Cassidy fourth. Larry Blair fifth. Kostick sixth. Robbie Darnell seventh place. Terry Duguay eighth. Jason Adams ninth. Jerry West rounding at the top 10. Fantastic job by these guys, but Mark Whitley, here he is. Gonna burn him down. This front stretch is not too wide, so we're gonna find out real quick how he decides to do this. But a fantastic job here from Mark Whitley. Let's see it. There he is. Let the winner have his time to burn him down from Road America. Folks, we'll be right back. We're going to go thank our sponsors. We'll come right back and talk to our top 3. Alrighty, we're going to be joined by our top 3 right now for the top 3 interviews, as we always like to do. First off, we're going to bring in our number 3 finisher, Zach Deuscher. Let's bring him on into the broadcast booth. Hey, here he is, Zach Deuscher finishing P3. A lot of fans in the chat. Looking pretty good there yourself in that number 7 car, man. Hey, talk to us about your race. Wasn't quite the fastest, but also not the slowest. Looked very good, very just solid in that car. Kept the fenders on it, man. Talk to us about your race today.
Car was absolutely great. It's just a shame certain things are happening that shouldn't be happening, and it was a great race. Although car was a little loose, as you can tell, I got loose once, but for overall, I just wish I got up there a little more than I did. But Mark's here, so he's always gonna win because he's just that amazing. Good job, Mark, by the way.
Awesome job, man. Hey, I mean, looking good again. Top 3 out of Road America is not too bad, but looking forward to next week. We're talking about Dover. Start of the chase and the playoffs. What are your thoughts on that, man?
We are in a win-it-to-win-it situation, so I'm going for wins from here on out.
Yes, sir. Hey, good to hear, man. Hey, give us your shout-outs to any friends and family. Who do you got?
I got a couple people. I got Aero Connects, my team, great group of guys. A lot of people there that know how to race. My sponsors, 141 Discord channel, great place to go have some fun, chill, play some games. We got Bitzer Modding for the American Truck Simulator. He does custom trucks for the game, does an amazing job. And we also got JBB Transport. Love those guys. If you're looking for a virtual trucking company on American Truck Simulator, come head over. It's a great group of guys. And also thank you for broadcasting, Steve. We really appreciate you.
Oh, come on, man. I'm blushing now. Hey, good job again, man.
So much better broadcasted, man.
Appreciate it. Hey, man, we'll see you next week. Gonna go for those trophies again, man. Great job again, top 3. We'll catch you next time.
Thank you, Steve. Have a good one.
You too. Alrighty, Zach Deutscher, man, making me blush over here. I gotta go. I don't even know. All right, P2. Let's move on. Merrick Watchorn. Where is he? Hey, here he is, Merrick Watchorn, man. P2 on the day. Had the speed early. Maybe thought you had something there from Mark Whitley, but just kind of went south for you. What happened?
Just pit strategy. We came in pit road, and then he got a pretty decent set distance on us, and then as we continued down our line, just felt like the second set of tires we put on were scuffs. It just did not want to grip the track, and I started making some mistakes, and sooner or later he was 12 seconds ahead of me, and I said, you know what, let's just manage and salvage our car and finish out second, because all I needed to do was finish second place to make the playoffs. So that was my main focus, my main goal. I led a lap, and I pit with like 5 to go, hoping I can get the fast lap and come out on top, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. I messed up my second lap and went right into the dirt.
Yeah, we
was
actually
not a happy camper.
we saw that. I saw you pit with like 5 or 7 laps to go or whatnot. I'm like, he's coming down here to try and get the fastest lap, pulling an old F1 out of the F1 playbook. So looking good, man. Hey, P2, looks like you might be in the playoffs if my math is correct. So we'll get final confirmation for that later on. But great job. Yeah, I mean, the playoffs, Dover next week. What do you expect?
So Dover is by far one of my favorite tracks of all time. It's quite frankly my best track, my personal best track. So I'm hoping to go in there and just dominate and continue to streak, go for this championship and try to win it all. If I am locked in, I'm gonna show these boys that I'm here to stay. I'm here to play for a championship and go for the win. So Dover, I'm hoping, will set me up perfectly for the second race. I don't know what the second race of that round is, but I'm ready to tackle it and move forward. And like I said, my focus has been trying to get into the playoffs. I might be in the playoffs. I had to finish above third, and I got 4 bonus points for finishing second at the end of the stage at 20. So fingers crossed, but I'm coming for that championship. That's my goal.
Yes, sir. Might have lost the battle today, but definitely going to win that war later in the playoffs, you hope. So good job today, man. Next week in Dover, we'll see you then. Give us any shout-outs you might have, friends, family, sponsors. What do you have?
I just want to give a shout-out to you, of course, always showing us off and, giving us the love and support we need out here. Want to give definitely a shout-out to the league and the admins. We couldn't do it without them, as much as, not a lot of people showed up tonight. We just... not a lot of people like road course racing, so it's just one of the byproducts of the racing. And then I just want to give a shout out to Twiggy, QSA, and of course my teammates and all their stuff, and my friends and family. And it does look like I'm in the playoffs. Let's go! Yes, we got 12. Come on!
Hey, love that, man. Live on the air. Welcome to the playoffs, man. Great job. Hey, Dover next week for you. Good luck rest of the way, man. We'll see you then.
Thank you, sir.
Alrighty, awesome job, Merrick, finding out that he's in the playoffs. As we're talking to him, love to see that. But right now, we're going to bring in Mark Whitley, your winner today for the Road America 202. Let's bring him on in. Here he is, Mark Whitley, your winner here tonight. Mark, how you doing today, buddy? Big win.
You love to see when you can get a nice little comfortable win like this on a road course. It makes it a lot more enjoyable when it being that long. I know it's a little bit different. Not sure if the fans love to see that it was 50 laps, but sometimes long endurance style racing, it's a different kind of style. Honestly, I'm really I wasn't too honestly I was a little scared, not scared, but I was a little I don't even know what word I'm trying to use, but when we got throughout the race, I really just got into my endurance racing mode, and thankfully it kind of worked out. I was able to finally I got a really good pit stop getting on and off the first time. You love to see that. I was able to get a little bit of a gap on Merrick, and then after that, I think he just started pushing and making mistakes. And from a competitor's standpoint, like when you're sitting there leading the race, you love to see when your competitors make mistakes because it makes your job easier. But I still had to stay on my game. It was a tough race of endurance. Legs are a little stiff, like I just had leg day for 3 days in a row. So I guess maybe whenever I need some exercise, I'll just come run one of these 50 lap races at on a road course or something, because I'm telling you, my legs feel like jelly right now.
Hey, well, here tonight, you did a hell of a job here tonight. So awesome job, man. Hey, give us your shout outs. Next week, we're going to Dover. I'm not sure if you're going to be there, but tell you what, awesome track. Yeah, shout outs, friends, family. What do you have, man?
Yeah, I got to give a big shout out to Brantley. He stuck it out, being a spotter. I know he wasn't exactly thrilled about it, but, love to see him, stick it out, and love to see him, make all these awesome paint schemes for Harpoon Design. Check him out at harpoondesign.com. Or if you want to check out Trading Paints, man, he's got like 2,000 of them on there, and just love to see his passion and everything. Big shout out to my other teammate. He wasn't in the race, but he was keeping us in the chat a little bit. Daryl, love to see him always part of the race. Big shout out to League. I know we didn't have a lot of cars, but man, this race could have probably scared a lot of people off, and I wouldn't even blame him, because this track, 50 laps, there ain't a lot of people that would sign up for that willingly. But you love to see that we did have a decent turnout. I mean, it's not the greatest, but for this kind of race, I mean, it was pretty much an endurance race. So love to see that everybody stuck it out to the end. And this final shout out to you putting on the broadcast. I know it must have been real fun for you up here. So thankfully, should go back and watch it. Probably skip forward through some of the sections that just get a little strung out, but. Love to see your broadcast. They're awesome. Shout out to my granddad. He's in the hospital. I think he's getting out soon. Thinking about him. Love to see he's on the road to recovery. And so I think that'll probably do it for tonight.
Hey, awesome job, man. Again, you sound out of breath because right now it's just, again, long race, 50 laps. It definitely takes a lot out of you. So good job again, man. Next time we see you on track, it'll be a fun time. But hey, good luck tonight or whatever. You did a good job. You won. Awesome.
I got me an ice cream sandwich right now. That's my treat. Love to see that.
Hey, I'll tell you what. Love to see that here tonight. So, hey, catch you next time, man. Good luck.
Later.
What the hell just happened? Mark Whitley, you're a winner today here tonight for Road America, the 202. Awesome job. We love messing with Mark. He's a good friend of ours and always a good time. But right now, hey, I'll tell you what. Next week, Dover, you want to be here today for sure. Race Day Live next Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Going to be a lot of fun. Playoffs are beginning. And every single time, man, we go to Dover, it's always a fun time at this track. But right now, high above Road America. Everything just stopped working for me. There it is. All good. Hey, right now, folks, we're going to take it off. Big thanks to all of you for sticking around, watching the race, the Road America 202. We'll be back next week again, folks, for the playoffs for Dover. Join us next time, 8 p.m. Hey, but watch out, though. Next Tuesday is going to be the ASRA Cup Series All-Star Race, live from Chicagoland. So that'll be a lot of fun. Definitely watch out for that. That's always a good time, man. Always, always, always. So next time, we'll see you then, 9 p.m. Eastern time for that race. We'll come back next time, and we'll see you then. Have a good night. We love you.